No, Jerry, I didn't I say
Did you tell you to do something for me? She didn't tell you to do something for me. Go and ask her.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. On 12. And let me also inform all that So on that note, fellow Rotarians, let me invite the Deputy Governor of International District 9112 to call this program to order. Thank you very much. My dear sir.
Good morning, everybody. I recognize the presence of our past governors, past governor Wale Obadebe, Governor Kola, and in fact, past governor Wale Obadebe is the chairman of the foundation for our district 9112. And then past governor Kola Shodipo, son of the church, has to take us out after this time. So the chairman of membership is 911, and right beside me, late past the governor for district 911, and the chairman for our grants committee for the district. And just across the table here, extreme right is the district secretary for district 9112. That's Tony Egomo. Next to him is the district treasurer for the 912. And next is MC for today, district secretary, but it is 911. And that there have PAG diary. You are welcome. And my dear friend of almost it's almost 60, 70 years. So when you hear what you get, what will you think? What are you going to see better? So when we watched out from baby, unfortunately, I said why yesterday that made me sure that it's a man. My friend see when he used to be chairman for LOC of the district conference here, he added 2,000 men. Thank you very much, my friend, and thank you very much for all of that. The PAG to the entire room. You can see the here that of the youngest, young at heart. And next to me is Kate Wilkie, the chief of staff to person to state governor, Mr. Now 111. You are welcome. And right here is Yaya. I won't say anything about anything today. To the chief of staff. And then that's but today is not breaking the power, but normally bring the power. Let's say for today. So if you make noise, we define you. So now I've established all the protocol. Each president, who you are here, I recognize you, and not past president, not president, active president, and not past president, I recognize you. So when we are talking today, the protocol has been well established, everybody has been recognized and go on. Then I need to let you know that on this month at 30 minutes after 11, this membership and new meeting is called to order. Let us call. Okay. At the count of two, the Rotary grace. 1, 2. Series of joint programs that we have between this 911 912. The first was the first day in office when we had a joint program. And if there again, that's going to have to joint membership seminar, one in Lagos and one in Ijebu. Then foundation truth seminar will be joined. Celebration, a polio eradication day On the October 24th, we joined. And then what's another family we could join? So we have several programs we are doing together. So this is just second in the series. And on that note, I welcome you to this program. If it fits very well, ask all the questions because membership development, the lifeblood of Rotary. So I welcome you all. And so, can you see this room? So, thank you very much. I use the microphone to the MC.
Thank you, my beautiful brother. Very good. That wasn't loud enough. Please, Maureen. Thank you very much, my DG, for doing justice to that introduction and the establishment of the needed protocols for this program to move on. So let me quickly invite the DMC, the district membership committee chairman, the International District 9112, PDG, King of Boys, Paula Shodiko, to come and give us the welcome address. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear brother and friend, Felix. Our district governor, past district governors, district leaders, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests. Well, the DG has already welcomed you. Mine is to emphasize the fact that what we're about to start now on membership, it's a to be a challenge to each and every one of us, in the sense that membership remains the number one internal priority of our organization. And without members, we may not be able to do much. So I want to encourage each and every one of us as the program is starting. Let's take as much notes as possible. The slides will be shared, but have an open mind. And whatever you must have learned here today, please don't keep it to yourself. Implement it, use it, share it with your club members to ensure that we all grow our membership this Rotary year and beyond. The Rotary International President and by extension, our two districts have a minimum target of 30% growth, 30% growth for all of us. So no matter the starting figure as of 1st of July, you must aim at 30% growth. For District 9112, in addition to that, we also want to charter at least 30 new clubs. And I'm sure even Abeokuta has the capacity to even have another new club. There are so many other places that you can charter new clubs. So think outside the box and ensure that there's no community within our two districts is left valuable in terms of having presence of Rotary clubs. So please let us think through that. Let us listen attentively, and at the end of the day, let's as much as possible and use it to strengthen our various clubs and also to bring in new members into our organization. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, my DMC. Now, let me also inform us that some Rotarians are online, but just that we cannot recognize them now. But as we move on, we will do that. The first speaker this morning, who will be taking us on membership leads and attraction through membership times. It's our revered past district governor, PDG Dr. Wale Kumbadejo.
Thank you, my dears. Good morning. We did a physical and one in virtual. I get to tell you, my PDG is fellow friends. Good morning, everybody. It's a very, yes, it's nice to see some things that I've not seen for the past 3 years. See, this is speaking thing. Why it's good, it has caused some distribution. I saw an old girlfriend, where is she now? Not a girlfriend, you don't mind me. Just an old friend that I've not seen for a while. But we have to district, we have to divide, we have to expand. We have to take them saying that we should increase by 30%. We keep increasing them at the point we keep dividing again. That's the way of progress. But we must not leave ourselves. And that's how I want to spend 2 decades for these joint efforts. When we see them, we did not say we are going to go our separate ways. And the only way we can keep the contact is joint efforts. Are doing this together. And I didn't want to thank you. Lie and thanks so much. So my job today is to speak on two very important topics: membership rates and the new club type and membership types. 30 minutes. I'm called a facilitator. But the honest truth is that to facilitate topics in 30 minutes will be tough. But we'll try and see how we can exchange opinions. How many of us are RLI graduates or RLI alumni here? Hands up, RLI alumni or graduates. So we're going to show them how good RLI. Okay? No answer is stupid. Be bold to say whatever you have in mind to say. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. We're all here to learn. So nobody is there to castigate or look at you somehow. So we're going to ask a few questions. When was the first Rotary meeting? When was the first Rotary? The first Rotary. First Rotary. 1904. I guess 20. I guess 21. That's your answer. You like to answer this question? Yes, let me come back to you.
23rd February 1905.
23rd February 1905. And how many people were that meeting? No, not you again. Now let somebody can. Who let to attend that one? How many people were that meeting? Help us. One. 5 of them.
4 of them.
Then, thank you. Now, who can remember the first names for her? The other two can remember their first name. Don't worry about the rest. First name of those other three. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which other name? The first names of the other three apart from Professor. Yeah. Horam. Yes, sir. Horam. Sorry. Yes. Last one. Last one. First and possible. Okay. There were the 4 people. Professor Ari, Dr. Shield, and Horam Shore. Okay. There were the 4 people who had the first meeting on that Thursday evening of February 23rd, 1905. Next step. Now, so the line of objectives of this session at this, at the end of this discussion, all of us, please don't look at, don't ask to listen, I love slides. All of us understand the concept of membership links better and use it for our work development too. That we shall all understand the new membership types and again use them to increase our membership towards creating lasting impact. Now, let me take it. Next slide. Now, as the PNC said, sir, can you please stand there? Sir, can you sit down, sir? So you are starting of that. Can you sit down? Yeah, let's have one house. That, like the DMC of I want to say, for this year, all clubs are meant to increase by at least 30%. That's the minimum. Because the first primary goal of protein, internal one is membership development, external is polio eradication and priorities. And why? For we are the soul of protein works through Rotarians. We contribute to Rotarians, we put that money to Rotarians, we can buy for funds from other people. So Rotary needs membership. The more we are, the less job. Remember, if there are 20 of you in the club, I want to do a project of 1 million naira. That means each person must top up 50,000 naira. But if you are 100 in that club, you only need to put down 10,000 each. So the burden becomes less. And then you can also put more when we have more members. Your club also becomes more vibrant, more interesting, more like a place that a member would like to go. You want to go to a meeting, you have only 6 people, 4. But if you are sure that there are 30, 40 of you are not people, to be more vibrant, more interactive, more interesting. You want to also always do that. So it's our responsibility to this membership, not just for the chairman, not for the president, not for the board, all of them. And over the years, probably I realized that if the way we are doing it, we won't get it here. So they are now asking for innovation, for flexibility, in order for us to drive growth. So as we found that when girls have more freedom and flexibility, they are more vibrant and able to grow quickly, very quickly. Next slide. Membership. Membership leads. Who have heard about membership leads before? Hands up, please. If you have heard about membership leads before. Thank you. So, in the honest admission that most of us don't know about it. Now, you know, this is great separation. When you realize that you and I, we are not doing enough for membership development. So, notice now put something on our website that those who would like to be Rotarians should indicate on our website. And they indicate, you know what? Every year, 30,000 people indicate on our website that they would like to be Rotarians. 30,000 people. Every year, they indicate. So, I want to then try to connect those prospects with the district and clubs. With our membership shares, we don't check the leads. Our president, we don't check the leads. But they are sent to your president and your membership shares. They are also sent to this membership shares and even to the digits. Now, these people would like to join you so that you can connect them. Now, process members are matched directly by this assignment. So the clubs that they should join, depending on where they say they are staying, when they say they can afford to attend meeting, and what to do, this is on the site. We are then to meet them, to make contact with them, and then invite them to our club every year. Next slide. I remember that in 1718 was the first time we used these leads, and we're successful. Now, I believe every year was the first membership year of 10 is now on zero. And we had meetings with this prospect at the center. And we're able to attract many of them to our clubs. I don't know whether I did that also. Yeah, very should be. We also continue, but we didn't continue after that. So now, how does it work? The potential member feels out to join on the website, he feels it, talk to them. What is that? I'm matching with the first one directly or matching with the listener. But like I said, neither the music nor the clubs are the being as done. No Rotary has already finished job for us. Not contact the prospects. Now, see notification. Club leaders, president, secretary, and members change will receive automated email alerts. They receive it. President, secretary, member teachers, they receive the alert every year that this man would like to join you. Make contact with him or her. But we don't. Next step. Now, club officers should log into their Maroon account and then they receive their mail alert. And they are meant to contact the But you know what has happened? Since March, I'll show you what we are teaching for. Since March, RS saw that we are not doing it. So what they need now is that the prospects will be given all the clubs in this area to choose. If they have contact the club directly, himself has said. So they took the club that are gathering, but we're not doing our job. So prospects now are connected directly to the club. But even then, we are still not doing it. You see, and then we save one member. And I spent your money and money to create that area website. Spend your money and mind to ensure that this government have access to us. But we don't use them. You see, that. So the mother next the nine private property. So we let everything be close. Not to the ones. Then they can find their way and connect them to the Rotary from wherever they are. They are connected since March. That's for the night system. So prospects have the opportunity to connect their close, not in the there, I haven't really extra. Now, let's start something. What did I tell you about that? So you are the president or president, long that ask you there. So we are meant to go back to our club and teach our members this. That's how you begin to stress based on your attendance at this. And you follow fast. Call that person or email that person. Oh, I was your attention. Yes, you got to play. And you got to turn off. That person, somebody should I don't try to do that. And I use that people to yes. Oh, we are happy having you. Nice to have you. Take him round. Please remember, 30% is your fellowship contribution. And I need to press him. You don't think you feel welcome. And don't even make contact with them. But that's what you are not what the follow up fast phone them, and within the 3 days, make sure everything looks good. So keep your data updated. Many times, you have changed the analytics venue, don't change the area website. You have changed the analytics, don't change it on the area website. So even if a sponsor wants to get across to us, he looks at where you say you are meeting, get there, everybody, or get at the wrong time. So please let's update our data on the area website so that our prospects will be able to work in without taking off to our meeting. Now we are saying if needed, when the candidate comes and you realize, this candidate will not fit us, you have a chance of saying, you know what, I think I'll take it to another form, when we get better. That's happened to me. The friend said, well, let's get a club. I look at temperaments. I look at weights, it's like, I realized that we need to be able to cope with it. So I'm speaking to a more mature club. And he said, the essence is not to use that data. Whether it's going to make it matter. Don't let us lose. Those I want to talk about. No. Don't picture, bro. You don't have work for it. I know they're not going to accept that. I think you can never get something like that. Something that accelerates down. What happened there? What was that's what we're at. So we are saying the thing that they know is so next time. Now let's look at the impact of membership meeting card. Like I wrote on my Facebook, impact has been negligible. 30,000 prospects every year. Only 16% are followed up by district. 16. That's 4% are lost. You say, and at the end of the day, see how many people will do that? 3%. Out of 30,000 prospects, only 3% totally become Rotarians. So out of 30,000, maybe about 900 become Rotarians. Can you imagine that after all the money spent by Rotary, President will have members. You see, okay. So that's the essence of this session. I think go back to your form, tell your president, tell your members, tell your president, check their mail for the conference at 7 o'clock. So that we can use this for the keep the membership. That's if you take away for this part of the also. Know about membership fees. Like I said, this was one another system. But they can contact the board themselves. Not anybody. And then what do you say? The president, secretary, member check. And that those people are very important. Go back home and tell them, okay, take your bill. I got some people that have collected your phone that are missing. When I went to the outside, about 30 people who are the director. Now, I only told whether they literally got it close. They are the director for that works. Next time. Now, let's talk about from the social part. The first question I asked was that on the third day evening of 23rd February 1905, 4 people, based on the stream of one person, for perseverance, who wanted to have a club where different types of things come together to learn about it, to connect with each other, to form lifelong friendship. That was the meaning. That was the meaning of community. And on that day, 4 of them were there. 4. And by 1921, Rotary already existed 6 continents. In 6 years, it has spread to 600 other countries. In 1985, we got to our 1 million membership mark. In 1985. So after 8 years, we got to 1 million. And in 1987, the ladies forced us to admit them. They went to opportunity and they forced us to say, they make a the blessing, the guy. Answer now. No. Tell them. The guy, the blessing is not you. Guys, no, let them say it now. Or keep quiet forever. Maybe John does have a blessing. Now, you know some folks. Let me tell you. I want to tell that as a visitor, and I thought that the thing out with me. Two men that I said, who have he said when the form people allow us to practice to not going to. But then they are saying about their was not at the time, so they don't have to go to women. They have to pay, they get to pay. I mean, I anyone that I will get to the first thing that is one thing that the US. Then in 2002, at the Barcelona Convention, we tell them we're going to Barcelona next year. We got to be 1.2 million mark. So imagine in 2002, we pay 1.2 million. 1.2 million for 24 years. 1. Sometimes you go below 1.2. But sometimes you go below 1.2. Yes, sometimes. But not 1.2. But see the whole of Rotary International. That by 2030, when we are celebrating our 150th anniversary, we should get to 1.25 million of Rotarians and 1,000 single Rotaractors. You can see that goal is modest. Why is it modest? Because we also know that all of us are not doing our job. Because if you know that by that same 2030, for us in 2022, what happens to us? That means we must have 40,000 members more before 2030. Are we up to it? Are you sure? Are we up to it? I like that for you. But should we be up to it? Do you want to those? So if you want to so all of us, you have to work hard. For the next prediction will be 2009, right? So by that time, if you are not ready for it, you will do that for another 3 years. So by that, hopefully Next slide, what would be a two. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Now, why have we had this problem with this? Because of our traditional clothes. We have been very rigid. We have been unpleasant. Semi-poor spirit sometimes. You don't look at what we are to gain from that person. We also think that the person has not been sent away. Why was lost movement? And some guys of attention clubs are rigid attendance rules. Rigid attendance rules. Meeting format that do not meet of many members over time. Take the time of meeting that are inconvenient for members. Fixation on rules rather than members straight and engagement. God don't ask, what are my members getting from this for performing, for committing everything of their life? What are they getting? Most God get the audio to. President calls meeting to understand. Okay, the Rotary, 4 weeks, correspondent, SAA, kind of thing of meeting. Nothing to inside is primarily to motivate people. Nothing to make me in my house. Say I'm going to my God. Well, I'm not looking forward to anything to give from them. So leaders, the club must ask for the value the club is giving to members. Remember to commit their life. That's what Rotary is saying. I must not take other ways of ensure that members and they are proud to become members soon. If I'm not proud of my course, I won't say no to my course. I just say that they just don't let me bring myself. Don't let me bring people and they are going to embarrass me. But if I'm proud of myself, like yeah, you're always proud of brother or my people. They always post about their club. The best club will be missing. Because they want to be in Lawrence over the years. They are the most decorated club in the districts, you know. So they are part of the club. They brag about it. They bring members to and members stay. Want to get a disregard. They have value. Now the Rotary 4-point global action. See the 4-point action plan of Rotary. They must attract various groups of people, demographics. The young ones, the women, and the investors, community leaders. Especially we are meant to focus on our alumni. But there are people who have experienced with we don't need to come back to waste energy. But we have so many factors, we have so many areas, so many we have so many graduate scholars. They have been invited there. You even know them. Don't have our cards, don't have record to know who we should invite. Now the top project sometimes important is expanding our rules. That is our plan to movement. We are meant to for the passport that's new kind of clubs that makes members to stay. That's very flexible for them to attend. That makes that easy for them in the club. Next, that we should increase our impact. For me, by increasing membership, like I told you, we increase our impact because we have more hands to work, more to work with, and more ideas. So by adding more members, we have more hands to join themselves and do more. And the third one is that if you enhance participant engagement, now what does that mean? Focus on the value given by the members. Not always on what member is doing. You want to stop giving me two as a member. What am I getting from that club? What should I remain in your club? If I go to God, there's nothing I'm getting from what should I come to the club? So as leaders, please look at the things that you think about the kind of the ball. Don't remain on one sport. Otherwise, you know what I'm asking there. Give me the same way you get to the right. So that's the thing that everybody said that. What do we do? But sometimes we have to buy revolution. Let's be revolutionary. Let's move away from this traditional people. To prioritize member engagement, over reading, busy meetings, and meetings. You must focus on serving communities. What RI is like as reveal is that most of us join for service and for fellowship. When I come to my club every year, the only thing is Rotary prayer days. That's what many clubs do. That's the only prayer they do, with family days. After that, nothing to shoot. We are social club doing. But one thing is targets. I mean, don't do that. They are making social clubs. So you must think of how to serve our community. And that's very important. Many clubs have not done global grant before. Even this grant, they don't come for this grant. It's cheap money to get. But we are lazy. They call you to come for the prime management seminar. Don't come. Don't come for prime management seminar. Come get this friend months. Just for one of you. So you come for that seminar and sign and collect the MOU form. The uniform. I don't have money to do. And they already give you money, don't come for them. Please let's change our way of doing things. That's the way we can progress. So we're going to start from next time. And the last one is we should increase our ability to adapt. And what does that say? RI is centralizing its approach. It gives one part of blocks. Run your blood where you want to run it. But within certain constant institutional provisions. Now run your blood where you want. I remember that every year they said they are going to be grabbing 2 million a month. And some of us, I call it back up here. He said, no, that's not the one that said it now. I think the people for a while they gave what they want back. But now, after COVID, no, COVID was an eye. Before COVID, Rotarians were here before COVID. We had only equal. One of all the way, we start one, it's almost over and that. But after COVID, we realized that we can continue to okay. After our meeting started, remember the 45 minutes Zoom connect. I got one man in go. Another lady said, connect the give me that one. And now, four can now find something because it will be like something to think that not use. That was the beginning. Now, what to say? It must have the strategy. What to say? One better meeting, 3 months, 1 month. They just ensure well, I think 2 events a month and do a service projects. In some point, they voted their bylaws that you can attend one better meeting house and go and attend anyone in your big or to make that has been so that each club can look at your bylaws, do your members secretarial today, and decide on what to and what to run your plan. As long as you are effective, that is, close management or investment must starts. Okay? Control membership, more contribute to our foundation and campaign. More hurry up with it, and then pull your membership behind the work. So this pretty stuff, what I said, from fish picking frequencies, meeting from an tradition. All was within the biz of member member. I already got into your problems again. One. Remember the forest started with that seven. How many calls out members to go with that seven? We all getting remember. We all getting so how we are going to integrate that. I'm going to work with you. Let's see how we can make it simple. Let's see how we can make it. How about people that give them possibility that we meet them as if the family are working on. So what should not stop your family not your work. That's what you saying. Yes, sir. Now, at the first monthly knowledge thing we now, we spoke about this, few membership types. There are many of them, like I just said, satellite work, passport work, based, training, along. There are many. Then what we want to focus on two low-hanging fruits. The things that are easy for us to achieve, as in our membership. I want to focus on satellite and passport goals at this station. Next slide. Next slide, maybe. Now satellite works. Because this is a very important for the membership. Like many of us, maybe not have to have a Lagos. Some people travel from away to go to Parliament meeting. 6:30 in the morning. Maybe we wake up at 4 a.m. You have to be gone by 5:30. We get to here Parliament meetings. And you know what? They are here every week. You don't miss that. Why? But they believe in their club. They love their club. They are passionate about their club. That's what I've been saying. When you make a club such an interesting, the members don't go there. Then next time imagine at that time, after a while, oh boy, I still not follow. If I can find the people where we can just start our own small club. And it is like because it's a mind. Just like there are 7 more people with 8 members, the satellite of like that. The satellite of the main force. They can go and attend the meeting of the main force, but they can also have their own meeting. They can carry out projects on their own, but they have only a chairman, they don't have a president, because they're not chartered. Under the guidance of the main force. We have one in this now to take up a matter. I'm happy to say that. So we still working and but we enjoy doing that. Why did you enjoy doing that? Yeah. My meeting, we are smiling. Okay, don't worry, guys. Any level of producer. Like what we don't come and divide. Afterwards. So we have one better than work in terms of readiness. And the series of the contract. All their names are on our clock. So their names are on your clock. So you come to by 8. And after a while, if they increase to 15, they can say that they also want to be a club on their own. Or they can say, you know, we are still enjoying that. I don't want to be on our own. Not go out. Yeah, women are centralized. For a satellite, there are things that are not just carry out it. So I mean, any expensive thing. So they are affordable. They are flexible. They are easy to run. They are easy to meet our issue. And yet they still remain a part of women. They are still expanding. So the other members had a good of experience, not too much of it. Than what is offered by the sponsor club. They don't need to meet by 6:30 like power. They can say no, 6:30. We meet our own on Saturday. You go and party there at 3 p.m. You have one hour and you continue party. That's a meeting. It's allowed. So I'm saying, so it makes that easy for them. From, like I said, 8 members can come to Saturday. 5 more can come to Saturday. So if you want to tell them, they can come to Saturday. Like I said, can become the standalone when you Saturday conference or you drive or you can join, you can next step. Okay. I told you, how are they formed? All members decide to form a new club. This is that they cannot meet the meeting format again or the meeting time of their own club. Or they are getting old and things, you know, let's say you have done a bit of it. The according is flexible, you focus on specific place of wish of the members. And you expand it by areas that may not have a root because the paper audience said, you must try to make what available in places that they don't. I mean, let's say, contribution can now part of the so I not that I just don't know. Now part of the what is the part of the This is all president. They are not trying to attend the meetings of that world. They can attend any club in the world. Even better of they can participate in the club of that world. They can participate in their own world. They have we say all flexibility so that the young man because they are very good by goes to abstract tomorrow. First, let me train to join the participate. You can even do a solo for them. You can contribute to they belong to Vasco club now also. Or maybe in Egypt or anywhere. All they are after is our members force me to that club, facilitate the activities, and bring those knowledge back to work. The development pressures beyond their club so easily. They can have global transfers, partners easily. And they can actually better, or they can say, in 3 months, we have only 1 to and it's available. But we will have 2 activities on the agenda every month. The physical meetings are big one for the months. But it's easier for those young ones. If you do it, you will lose that course. Everybody goes to the house. They say they are doing for a certain area. But for the young ones who are upwardly mobile, well, they have energy. They have money more than you. But they don't have time to sit down 4 times a month. So, what a variety of people for that. New existing law can also set as well the power of government. Why should any of the options that them instead of the ones that come? Like I said, that means my government will go because just one can go and give the protection. They determine how they want to operate. Like I said, here are some of the common facts. They meet less frequently, focus on social or service activities, they set affordability. What is common is that RID. After that, many other things you can do. They measure problem by particular parent and attendance. Look at member two. It's not report me. Oh, I'm on you now. Maintaining their people. We are carrying in fundraiser. He said we talk back before. It's seen. The same that they are doing what they happen. Our members explain activity. Are they serving the community? They cannot be in other NGOs. Don't have to be rude. I'm not going to accept you. Hey, how many people how? Okay, that's right. Okay, so that's not appeal. Okay, that's a very important point. So then the next slide. Next slide. More connections, they build relationships faster, stronger service projects. Affordability team. Next slide. Okay, how do they measure engagement at community character development? Now, this is how would I know? I really couldn't do my hands on actual data. But like I said, 30% of our time between March and July. Can we use membership to achieve our membership goal? Can we? Yes. Now, how many of us are familiar with income and membership types? Are we ready to try? Are we ready to try? Yeah. You have to be ready, like I said. Keep doing the way you want to progress. Next time. So resources. You can get this on the website. Try the basket, that record, and this one, that last one, take you to the members, the prospects. You can see the prospects and you can look for the one that applies to your club and then you can get across to them. Next slide. So these are learning objectives. I hope we'll be able to learn a bit about membership link and the membership that we. Okay, next slide. So for us to create that in we must all have to increase our membership Everything in our hands. Thank you much, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, my past district governor, for that wonderful paper presentation. Fellow Rotarians, please, if you have any question, please just note them down. We will have time for questions and answers. Before I will introduce the next speaker, may I announce the presence of the district membership committee chair for Rotary International District 9111, past District Governor Remy Bello. Please, let's welcome. So the next speaker will be taking us on growing membership through new clubs. And the first person to do that is our own brand new immediate past district governor, Rotarian Lanre Adedoyi.
That the district governors are brand new. The village is brand new. We're all brand new Rotarians. So let's take the topic, growing membership through new club. We'll try to make it as quick as possible, but I just want a volunteer to do this. Just one person to read this. Who will volunteer to do this? Just one. Okay, please just read the learning objectives.
Learning objectives. 1, to know why we need to form new clubs. 2, to understand the strategies for forming new clubs. 3, to articulate concrete ways to support new clubs.
Thank you. So let's move. Why do we need new clubs? For a start, how many clubs are chartered or sponsored the new Rotary Club in the current year? Current Rotary year, yes. We are talking about formation of new club. Foreign, I'm not talking last. Foreign. How many? Does it that we not take new club development seriously or what? You said you are on it. For how long? Why do we need new club? We need a minimum of 15 members to charter a new Rotary club. Until recently, it was 20, but that right has relaxed that to make it 15. And why they reduce this? It's not to say anything to reduce. They are only trying to make it more comfortable for us to follow, so that we won't be bothered by too much challenges and bureaucracy. Now, membership or formation of new club is not the responsibility of Rotary clubs alone, because that's what most of us think, that it's not a Rotarian, or if there is no sponsor club, you can't form a new Rotary or Rotary club. When I talk about Rotary, it will include Rotary sponsors. Now, for those who are not Rotarians, we can see why we can start a new club, engage with your community differently, make an impact on the life of others, connect with leaders in your area around the world, set out with others to build something together for yourself and the community, shaping the forward, the start. So it will not be permissible now to say because our club was not sponsored by another club, that is why we are not doing well. Or that we don't make a Rotary club to sponsor a club now. A group of community leaders or stakeholders can come together to form a Rotary club, but that is not to say that they don't need the district governor to do that. There is no new club that will be formed without the consent of the district government. You have to run this thing through Rotary, but you cannot to say we want to form a Rotary club. Usually better when you have a Rotarian to lead you. So we are members, and I've said membership in Rotary includes Rotarians and Rotaractors. And so you can see new clubs are vital to Rotary's growth as an organization. It increases the diversity of clubs. Diversity is one of our core values. Explore different forms of club organization and club life in your district for new project possibilities. If Rotary Club of Akere Royal have been in existence for 3 years, 4 years, and not different instance, and we still need for another club to lead that level. The project that we are doing that is endearing you to your community may be different from the one the new club we want to provide within the same level of community. And so, that is where the traditional Rotary club offer innovation and opportunities, make neighbors, friends, leaders, and people of action. And also in the new community, new leaders and new generation of change makers. That was to resonate in our change makers. Isn't it? Which community year was that? The strategic year. Thank you very much. Governor. Who was the district governor? 20. How are you fighting? I will come back to that. So look at this. I will just take the heading and we can run through this later. This slide is provided for you. I will come back to that when the Rotary National Team was down to take lands. But I will not mention anything now. So number one, identifying the locality for the new club. We can run through all this. Where do we want to set up this new club? Number two, get organized. You must be organized. Come together. Look for supporters. I'm intentional about second one. Find a sponsor club. What did I put in between? Find a sponsor club. What did I say? Where people, because definitely to be, it has to be sponsored by Rotary Club of Rotary South or Akuonjo or Bagada South. Communication plan. Tailor your message to your audience. Identify communication channels. On door-to-door approach. Distribution of flyers and shopping malls and public places. Roll out banners. Dance meeting. Create workshops for the purpose of forming these new clubs. And you know what we call the elevator speech? Do you? We are coming back to that elevator speech. Look at your religious bodies, your church members, your mosque members, your own student association, and for respective members. Let's move. All informational meetings, you can see this slide will be made available at data members. Consider online membership fees, which will be the value of the hold extensively about hold organizational meetings, and this is where you are going to be dedicated about how to bring on people to form the new club. I said initially that until recently, when the Council on Legislation relaxed the rule on the number required to form a new member, we were 20. Now, because RI says 15 members are required now to form a new club, does not mean you go and gather 15 members together and say, this is who we are, this is what we are doing. Bring as many people as possible, but not less than 20. So that when you start your new club, you are starting on a strong pedestal. Hold the election and choose club officer, select the club name, meeting, location, time, and day. Let's move. Now, look at this. When you fill your application, be very diligent about it. Diligence in the name, phone number, emails, and other information about the suspected member, because it will be sent to Rotary International. And once you meet that condition, the district governor will grant that club a provisional status. That's why you see when we attend some of our learning seminars, Rotary Club of Abeokuta provisional, just giving an instance, because the club is yet to be admitted to Rotary International. Of course, at that point, the club is free to share fellowship with other Rotary clubs and attend this event. Club is started by Rotary International. And I believe that we have started well across industries in the current 20 years. I can speak for the 911. Three Rotary clubs have been started within 1 month of the existence of the Rotary Club of Bodies Prestige, Rotary Club of Yabana Gometi Prestige, and Rotary Club of the Full Signature. I think that's they like prestige. I know there's some old prestige. This prestige, we are only prestigious club. Good. I hope you have prestigious members who will take it to the next level. So I think that's the new thing in that way. But celebrate yourself. Make noise about your data. Let people know that you can do something good. Don't keep in house. Know it all. We have an assistant Rotary membership coordinator here for region 22. Sorry, for zone 22, region 27. Do you know that Rotarian? Don't point. Who is that Rotarian? Yes, yes, it's not the answer now. Do you know the Rotarian? That's my question. Yeah. What was that? Thank you. One and now things to you. Isn't it? Yes, hello? So, growth is not about numbers, it's about impact. What impact are you making? We can form 30 law, and yes, there's no impact, but that is not the goal. The goal is to bring out laws that will be productive, that will be interesting and impactful. What is the presidential message for this year? What's the presidential message? What name? What do you have them? What? You over to go and play and first so I won't go into that again. Let's move. Passport law, we have talked about it. Corporate law, the first corporate law in our legacy is the 9110, was the European law of Yaba country. All of them, we are working in the same company. So, Rotary International frowned at initially, but now Allah has been back to say, we belong to the same company, come together. Flexibility is the key word here and now. There is no rigidity. If your club is rigid, you won't want to form a new club because you want to stay in your comfort zone to say, yes, we are okay here. Elegant community is not too big for us to go to come to elegant. We will now see things that we did not see before. There's always a need to be addressed by Rotary in every community where Rotary exists. E-law, I believe we are conversant with that. Move on. Cost-based law, feeding you, money explain this, interest-based law, all this. How many of us are Rotary alumni? Rotary alumni, how many of us? I've done interval, I've done light down, I've done body exchange, I've done interchange, I've done full scholarship. Among the family. Among us here, there is no room that one or their job. There is no interaction among us here. Shine away. So, number 8 of interest to all of us as past participants of Rotary programs. Number 8, let me read it again. Composed largely of former program participants such as Rotaractors, student estate participants, Rotary Peace Fellows, or Foundations Fund. Proudly, I am a Rotary Foundation alumni. I say everywhere. I did full study exchange in 2002 in Wisconsin, USA. 24 years ago, before I joined Rotary later. Service-based club, let's move. Now, you can see where applicable is still intentional. That Rotary does not stop you from bringing together club on your own. Don't say because it is not a Rotary club that is bringing it up. That's why we are not going to do anything. No, you can be the vanguard of this. The new club, the sponsors of a Rotary club have these responsibilities. I mentioned that the district governor would have appointed a new club advisor. So the sponsor club will support the new club advisor, help the new club to organize new programs, guide them, report activities of the new club to the Disney, and serve as mentor. If your club has sponsored a club in the last 2 or 3 Rotary years, let me see you. Your club has sponsored one club in the last 2 or 3 Rotary years. What's the name of your club? Pardon? Your own club, not that the sponsor your club. Yeah. It's for you to ask. Yeah. It's all now. Which club is your club sponsored? What? Lagos Airport. Which port is your club? What? I didn't know. What's that? Now, can you tell us what your club has done for this club in the last 2 years? Your relationship with Lagos Airport. What is it? My question, look at what we saw that last. You can't say, don't worry. Yes, I didn't know. We want to point at her. We are not going to. Our club has completed training with the club. We've done a combined project and working for them. Very good. He said their club organized a training program for them, did combined projects, and sponsored some of the activities. So they didn't need them. You can say, well, you are a club on your own, you have to be a life of your own. Go and do it. It doesn't happen that way. Let's go to the next slide. Now, we have talked about the sponsor club. You, new club advisor, look at what you are supposed to do. You can see all of them. Look at number working with the new club on a convenient meeting venue and time. As district governor, this one that I just mentioned came to my table. The sponsor club said our club meets on Tuesday, and we have told them that they should also meet on Tuesday, so that if they cannot go to their own meeting, they can come to our own meeting. And I said, if you want this club to grow, allow them to have their own club culture. Allow them to choose their venue, time, and day of meeting, so that they will be really independent of your club. Otherwise, they will continue to be in your shadows and they will not flourish. And that is not Rotary International. We want our clubs to flourish, to work effectively and productively. So, hold on. Before this, there are areas, come down again. Down. Okay, move on. Move on. Now, the facilitator who spoke before me said 30% net growth, didn't it? How many of us here? If you are a club president, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of you are president. Which club is yours? Okay, fine. How many members did you start with on the 1st of July? How many are you now? You are president of the work with the president. Okay, that's a good one. Yes. Well, that's the father who's on. Yes, my dear friend. How many members started your month of July? 28. How many are you now? 41. Now, 28 to 41. What's the difference? Now, if your club was 21 by the 1st of July, I want to beg you, because membership is very important. By the target of 27, don't fall from 21 to 20. Do you get that? What counts for membership is the net gain, not net loss. Nobody gives an award or trophy for terminating members. From experience, by December, club is terminated because they don't want the RIPs to affect them. So arbitrarily, by June, they will have 20, 29, 30. They will terminate. And what that means for us is that we are weakening our membership base. So be that president who will add value to your club. You understand? termination should be your last resort. I ask for the presentation. Then, wrong thing. So, the whole program is saying, if na 20 you start with for July 1, make am 30, make am 40, make am 50. Not that from 2018 as because they are not paying dues, we don't want to carry them. Which food is there? Which one is living? So membership is the most important internal priority of Rotary International. Number one, membership is everything. Well, let me summarize. Membership is everything in Rotary. Healthy membership is the lifeblood of any organization, and Rotary is not an exception. If you remove blood now, it will be lifeless. So without members, Rotary will be lifeless. Our members are our greatest asset. They are our most important asset. Okay. So, for new club, look at the various strategies that have been created for you to form new club. So it's not about just coming together, walk the talk. Don't let your club fall into net club. All clubs share similar values and passion for service, but no two clubs are the same because each community has its unique needs. Rotary Club of Abeokuta and Rotary Club of Abeokuta Metro are they actually same, but they look similar, isn't it? While Abeokuta is doing its progress in one part of the community, Abeokuta Metro is also there was one to stop the other. So if you form, they will stop each other. So you don't really know. Some main people that are article of faith that this is my contribution. What impact do you want to make? If you read through our vision statement and you end it with in ourselves, that ourselves, who and I, what impact? If forming a Rotary club is not visible, consider an alternative, such as satellite club, Rotary or Interact club, or Rotary community club. All groups are part of the Rotary family. So let's form a Rotary club with look at other options. Every community has different needs, and there is a club model that fits them. All those models that Mbadijo reeled out, and the one I put here, any of be flexible. If your club is not doing well in one part of the family, control area of family where you can blossom. Rotarians can serve others anywhere as people of action. People of action. You see, in our vision statements, if you read it, look at your phone, you will see where this word, people of action, is derived from our vision statement. I don't want to bore you with reading it, but look at your phone. You will also note that the presidential message for last year, Unite for Good, is part of our vision statement. We also know that the presidential message for the current year also takes its root from our vision statement. The one was, how right presidents look at our vision statement before they read out the themes of presidential messages. If you not follow your new club by giving them a course, encouraging flexibility, and diversity are having for the club is destined not only to survive but thrive. 1 minute more and I'm through. Yes, is that all? So new clubs perform better with a new club advisor, a sponsor club, and more than 50 members. So you can see how they bring energy, enthusiasm, skills, and passion. So work together with your leaders. Rotary will need to grow and evolve in order to continue to meet community needs. When you charter a new club, you increase Rotary's capacity to improve life in communities around the world. And on a personal note, August is important to me. August is membership and new development, new club development month, isn't it? I was born in August, and I got inducted into Rotary in the month of August. by next week Friday, I will be 23 years in the organization. So August is very important to me at all times of the year. So please let us take membership seriously by being a friend to people, be the game changer. And when does your job start? Your job starts right now. Thank you for listening.
Please, can we have very good? Thank you for that. Thank.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, the last two speakers are veteran, and I'm a rookie. And as a rookie, I want to do something in a new way. So have the organizers to help me think this midway so I can move in between. I don't want to copy their stuff. Exercise. We will stand up again. Let's go. Now, right. Please let us have our thing. Right. Right. You better be there. Then, okay.
To recognize scientific leaders that came in when our APD was making important presentation. First and foremost, let me recognize Tunde from what is the District 9112 membership engagement subcommittee here. Please let's clap for it. We also have past assistant governor Kusana Jatu. Who is also the membership interaction subcommittee here for District 9111. And our member actually give now international institutional membership coordinator. District governor Honorable Protect of the answer. You let us appreciate. Now let me invite for those of us that are in Lynn, there are not the local government will move over to the government. The next speaker will be my friend, and he will be doing justice to engagement as a tool for membership development. Fellow there, let us welcome Vice Assistant Governor Darren Neyi Udiana.
I salute my leaders, the judgment. It's an honor to be here and to also do just to learn our knowledge about our club, our Rotary, and about individual members. All right, so about individual members. So, engagement as a tool for membership development. Next slide. Now, the training motive. Can somebody please read this one? The motive, what we want to achieve. a volunteer. Okay, please go ahead.
Membership does not grow simply by asking people to join Rotary. It grows when people experience Rotary, connect with its people, contribute meaningfully, and feel that they belong.
So, who are the people? Connect with its people. Who are those people? Connect with Rotary. The people means Rotary. I have some gifts to give out for those who participate very well during this category session. The gifts are here, don't worry. I'll be the one to pick those I like to give the gift. All right, next slide. Same our objective, our mission, and why is engagement so important? Engagement, as written here, is more than attendance at meeting. You know, many Rotarians, many members just come to meeting. Even there are some meetings without objective. They will come to meeting and they will go back home without engaging at all for 4 weeks or 3 weeks in a month. You know? So engagement is more than attendance at meeting. Involvement, participation, connection, contribution, and ownership of your club. All members should own their name. The first thing is that you should own the name of your club. Rotary Club of Abeokuta Metro. Be proud to say you are a member of that club. And be proud to be a member of Rotary International. That is one way also to get engaged from your own part. Now, a member is engaged when they, let us read it, A to G. Better place, help me with 2.
Attend meeting and activities, participate in service projects, take responsibility for assignments, build relationships with fellow Rotarians, invite others to express Rotary.
That mic is not really working.
Years, skills, resources, or funds feel valued and connected to the club.
So it is very important that the member is engaged when they attend meetings. So you must attend the meetings of your club regularly so that you can get it, so that you can be available to be engaged. So it is very important. And also, attending activities of your club is also a vital aspect of being engaged. So from there, we move to participating in service projects. You are a Rotarian, but yet you are not participating in any service project at all. You will not be available to be engaged. So the club leadership will also ensure that members, even if you have 15 members, they participate during various activities of the club. Build relationship with fellow Rotarians. You are a member of Rotary Club of Abeokuta. Yes, you don't know anybody in your club. The leadership of the club, that is the president and the chairman of membership, to make it a point of duty to ensure that people get to know one another. And also take responsibility for assignment. You need to give assignments to members. I will say for now, members that just came into your club, you must engage them by giving them activities. Then invite others to experience Rotary. By you inviting members to join the Rotary that you have belong to, it shows that you are deeply engaged in your club. So you are already an ambassador for your club. It's very important to be an advocate for your club, to be an advocate for Rotary, and contribute ideas, skills, and fun or resources. I always say a good member of a Rotary club should be able to contribute funds, irrespective of how much you have or earn. You should be able to contribute. A good member of a Rotary club should be able to contribute skill during project engagement or during meeting. And also, ideas. And you feel value are connected to the club. When you feel value and you are connected to the club, what do you become? You become an ambassador for Rotary. You must be an ambassador for Rotary. And who are responsible to doing it? It is the club president. I want to believe that's one of the reasons why you are invited specially to be at this session. Club president and chairman of membership development. So please, it's your responsibility to ensure that your members get very engaged, take responsibility of farming, and participate at meetings and other activities. Next slide. You can stop me to ask some questions. Don't worry, we'll manage the attack minute. Why does engagement matter for membership growth? Why does it matter to grow your membership? Next. Now, let's say the journey from engagement to membership growth. This is very, very important. And it is part of what you want to learn during this 30 minutes. So when you're engaged member, you make them to feel belonging. Somebody now that joined your club for 1 year has not been given any assignment. The only thing you always do is to ask them to contribute during SA, or when you want to do installation, you ask them to contribute money. To only give and give and give. They are not engaged. They are only taking their form. Please, we should do beyond that. So when they are engaged properly, they'll feel belonging. And it will lead to them being retained. And they will become, what will they become? They will become advocates for growth of your club. They will become ambassadors, and your club will develop. Let me cite an example. When I was president in 2018, I gave room to even people I met in the club, and I gave room to about 2 or 3 people that joined during my time. A friend of mine just joined in my year, and he was able to bring in 6 members to join our club. Whereas myself as the president did not even bring anyone. And another mentor brought in 13. Another one brought in 11. At the end of the day, we got another a total of 25. And about 10 that left the club came back. At the end of the day, we were able to win award at the district. And those people, are so proud to belong to the club. Oladime's rose to become a stand government, and he got engaged and he became an advocate for my club. We can use any example. If you do not agree using my club, just substitute my club name to your own club name. The important thing is that you need to grow people so that you can retain them in Rotary. They can become advocates for your club, and your membership can grow. Somebody said it here that was able to induct 70 people and rose his club from 23 to 28 to 41. Please let us appreciate it. Paul, you have a lot of work to do. They have brought them in. How will you get them engaged? So many of us are bringing in our friends, bringing in prospects, bringing in Rotarians already. We have a lot of work to do to engage those you are bringing in. When members are actively engaged, they are likely to remain in Rotary. So somebody should read this for us. This one.
When members are actively engaged, they are more likely to remain in Rotary and naturally become ambassadors who tell others about their Rotary experience.
Yes or no? If you disagree, please let me know. So I can adjust it. Or I can edit it to improve what you're saying right now. All right, so thank you so much. So that's very important. When members are actively engaged, they are more likely to remain in Rotary and naturally become ambassadors who tell others of their Rotary experience. Please let us engage our fellow members. If you are engaged fully, you can also individually on your own engage all members of your club. More active, so that your club can grow from 8 members club, to the members. Now, next slide. Begin before induction. So here again, engagement begins before induction. For me, I think that's the best way to start engagement. That's the very best way to start engagement. And I'm so sorry, my club, and I use it as an example. Please don't take it personal. Okay. So in my club, we try to bring in new members. Maybe it's too early. Maybe I'm the one that is jumping. We try to bring in new members, but we have not started engaging them. For me, that's not good. This man has brought in his friend, and his friend is only known to him. Nobody has made effort to get acquainted with his friend, to make the guy feel welcome into the club. And it is first and foremost the responsibility of the president and the chairman of membership and all other Rotarians. But it's not only when you start singing, welcome, welcome, how do you do? No, it should be called more than that. So before you induct people into your club, start to engage them. What's the ways to do that? You can attend your public service project. They can attend your fellowship. They should participate at your fellowship. They should attend your Rotary meeting so that they will get to know your club. And also attend your social event. Maybe following much Ikomo, invite the person down. Let it go to Ikomo. Let it go to naming ceremony. Let that person enjoy what you are enjoying in Rotary. And if you think your club is not as strong enough, take that message to other clubs to experience it. They cannot bring it back to your own club. So many club presentation or special assignment. You can take the person to club presentation. You will not yet a member. The person is a prospect to your club. Make the person feel welcome. Let them see Rotary in action. So asking them to become a Rotarian. Beautiful. Next slide, please. You can please draw my attention if we need to speak or say something. All right. Engagement. You need to engage your members. You need to give every member a role. Do you agree? We say yes. We always say yes. But when we go back to our club, we will not give anybody role. We must assign role. Okay, please bring this for me. First one.
One of the quickest ways to disengage a new member is to make them feel unnecessary. Don't just say welcome to Rotary. Say welcome. Here is where you can make a difference.
So much. Thank you perfectly. Now, one of the quickest ways to disengage, for new members who do no longer show interest, is to make them feel unnecessary. To make them feel not welcome, to ignore them. So I'm using this, I'm also a member of Metro. I'm using this to tell the club leadership that new members that somebody is introducing, it is now your responsibility to make those people welcome. You need to meet them personally, assign somebody to meet them as secretary of the club, as president of the club, as chairman of membership. It is your duty to ensure you meet with those people and make them feel welcome. Don't just say welcome to Rotary. Let them know that this is where they can make a difference. That's why I always say that the university for Rotary is still here 2017, 2018. Make a difference here. And it is not here. So make them to see the difference. Make them to know that this is Rotary. That Rotary is different from London Association meeting. That Rotary is different from a social organization or social group. This is where you can be citizens. This is where you can be people of action. All right. Now, the last one says, give new members responsibility. New members, give them responsibilities. Every committee assignment, project role, event support, introductions at your meeting, social media, fundraising, public. I tell you, this is very important. Because many of us always put down that he or she is a new member. Yes, you cannot assign roles to new members. I disagree. Let the new member be assigned role. When such person is given responsibility, he or she will learn from it. Even if she does not do it very well the first attempt. By the next attempt, your club will reap the benefit and Rotary will grow. Remember the essence of this engagement. is for us to see how to grow our Rotarian, to see how to grow our individual club and collectively grow Rotary. Thank you. That's fine. All right. This is one assignment. I want everybody here to participate. List your top 3 best ways to engage a member. I'll give us 4 minutes. And I want to see what everybody has written down. Everybody, excluding my organ. All right. What have you written down? Okay, if you have written down something, please raise up your hand. Because I have some very precious things. I must really know who to give this gift. And I don't want to be biased to give my friend a people. So that you from now on choose. We don't label me otherwise. Okay, if you have written down something, raise up your hand. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you have not done anything, let's see your hands up. All right, so everybody must have written down 3 top ways to engage members. Okay, who do I give the first opportunity? Okay, the man said, no worries.
You give them assignments, that's number one.
Listen, he said, give them assignment. Thank you.
Then you give them a mentor, find mentor.
Beautiful. You must assign a mentor to a new member. But learn this at the RLI. Assign a mentor as well before they join your club, so that the person can best monitor this prospect into your club. Thank you. Go ahead.
Then send the new member to RLI.
Let me ask my boss if that's allowed. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry. I'm still very new Caroline. That's the environment. Very fresh Caroline. But I need to consult with you. I need to consult with you because I'm not giving you. Please start me. All right. Thank you so much. Next question. All right. Thank you very much.
Give meaningful roles and responsibilities. Give meaningful roles and responsibilities.
Give responsibility and role to that
Make
member.
Rotary impactful and engaging.
Thank you.
A regular interaction and recognition.
Important. Interact regularly with the new member. Very important. Very vital. If you don't see that member, 1, 2, 3. First week secretary, ask about the person. No, wait, before you. Let me give one second. One scenario that happened, it was related to us at Ireland. That was a very strong member of a particular club. When Rotary was very old then, so now, 15 years ago. It's very regular Rotary. You will attend Rotary meetings regularly. But his wife back home, did not really, appreciate that, saying that what should we be doing the Rotary meeting over many other things. So this man, they classified Rotary. But at his club, they did not see him for about 6 months. And then they used to issue what is called red card, yellow card. Red card, football. So I think the first 2 months or 2 weeks, they issued yellow card. And they didn't see him again. They issued red card. And they said this red card is out. Fortunately or unfortunately, his wife received the red card. And she kept it away from the man. The man was very sick. He was sick for like a year. He didn't make it to the meeting. And the woman kept the red card at home. So when the guy when the Rotarians, everything's got so well with the usual Rotarian, an organization he loves so much, he went back for Rotary meeting. So the first day of his meeting, of his coming back, his wife was spoken into that meeting. He insisted that she will be at that meeting. You know, this is why the care is very important. So she was there with it. And when it got to you, the man wanted to talk. The wife just said, no, he will talk more. So she thought. She spoke and said that she said her mind and showed them the red card. The husband did not even see the red card until that moment. And everybody felt so bad, you know, because they did not go further to do with care for that man, to get to know why he was not coming remotely. You understand? So with care, you must do your diligent work. Do diligently as far as you can. Then there was no social media. They might not know too much of what happened. But now there are so many avenues to know what happened to your member for not coming. So, Mr. President, who are here, it is now your responsibility to ensure that your week care is all today. So, next slide. I have about 6 minutes left, I think. So, you need to engage through relationships. That's right. So when you see a Rotarian, a member, seated alone, you must do something as a leader of the club. You can be shocked to be sitting at a meeting. Find who is new at your meeting. Find who has stopped coming to meeting. Find out who needs further encouragement. Who has a skill that the club is not using. Maybe there is a lawyer in your club, you know, and you're not being engaged in the club. You know, there are so many ways to get involved and engaged. You know, the list of ways I can introduce him to other members who are familiar or who sells land. At least from there, you can be engaged to an extent in the club. You know, find out who is celebrating a milestone or an achievement. At my club meeting yesterday, I was celebrated, and we all like to be celebrated. At Rotary meeting, please do not forget to celebrate your members whose birthday is even upcoming. Mention it. Or whose wedding anniversary, you know, is known to you as the leader of the club. There is nothing wrong in having a register where this is registered. So please, let us up our game in membership enhancement or membership engagement. Membership development is ultimately people development. You must develop your fellow. It is your responsibility for that 1 year to ensure that is done. And it is your responsibility as chairman of membership for that 1 year to ensure that you actually monitor the progress, the engagement of your member. Thank you very much. Next slide. Oh, this is where I also have another story that will talk, happened in my club. All right, younger members don't necessarily want to inherit Rotary as a thing. Do you agree that this is the way somebody in my club this is not Rotary? And to those who, for us who are doing it and we're getting results, we know where we're taking the club to. But today, because of his background, he has joined since 100 years ago. You know, the way they do Rotary then is different from the way it's done now. Similarly now it's happening. When you adopt new members, or you want to encourage new members to join your club, they might not want to take the club the way it is. There are some of them are ready to enhance the status of your club. And where it's your duty as a leader or the president or chairman to also guide them. Let them bring in part of their ideas, bring in your own ideas, and manage to form a good club. The fact it is Rotary standard. So they want to help shape what Rotary can become. Yes, as well is dynamic. Rotary evolves. Rotary International comes in with new resolution, with new ideas, with new type of membership or club. Why do they do that? to do that to grow membership. And if also engage the members, you will help our to actualize our goal. And you help your district to also actualize our goal. So give young members a voice. Let them have their voice, even if they are wrong. So give them responsibility, give them leadership opportunity, mentorship project they can own, space to innovate. For something happened in my club. Sorry, members of the I try as much as possible, as far as I can, to correct privately and equally. Because it's good when you correct equally, so that many people will, there's nothing wrong. So that many people will learn. But you're not criticizing when you correct openly, so that many people will learn. So that it does not become repetitive. So I corrected something in private, and the lady said, okay, please, you cannot correct me this way. It was pamper me to be corrected. Somebody has done my line. You understand? But we all do our best to ensure it is the leadership responsibility to ensure that you are well. But every day you come to understand why you survive and make our right standing. Right, thank you. Don't merely, no, go back. Don't merely ask young Rotarians to attend. Ask them to lead. It's important. Give them responsibility. In my club, last year, we made new members the treasurer of the club. We made new members, I'm saying this in the open for the first time. We made new members secretary of the club. And there were some things that didn't go the traditional way of the club. And we complained at a small gathering. And one of the pastors said that because that we shouldn't have given them that role of leader as at that point in time. But we disagree. If you are not giving them the leadership role, we're not asking them to be president here, but we're asking them to sharpen, their skill on the ladder to becoming president, on the ladder to going to the district to represent your club, and on the ladder to becoming ambassador for your club. So it is very important. So we have not done anything wrong. For those, in the yesteryears of our Rotary Club, they might not have given younger generation such opportunity to lead. But now you must. You can create a subcommittee. You can create subcommittee under committee to engage them. Thank you. Next one. I challenge to every Rotary Club. So what's going to happen? Number one,
don't ask only. How many members did we induct this year? How many members did we engage? Because a club that records without engaging will eventually members. But a club.
I'll lend you my glass. Now, my challenge to every Rotary Club, please listen. Don't ask how many members did we induct this year. What else? Don't ask how many members did we induct. I know of a particular club that inducted 18 members last year. And 3 months thereafter, where were these 18 members? Nowhere. So don't ask how many did we induct this year. Rather, ask how many members did we engage this year?
Because a club that recruits without engaging members will eventually lose those members. Because DG, once you impress DG, once you impress the state, you are now, inducting 15, 20, copying Akoonjo, Abeokuta Royal. You also want to induct your family members and your friends. Some of them you don't even pay club fees and you induct them. It happened in so many clubs last year. We shouldn't induct members of custom without paying fees, without going through necessary trainings for them to belonging to the Rotary Club. But a club that engages its members creates belonging, it creates loyalty, it creates leadership, and it creates growth. And growth is especially what we're talking about. That's the reason we're having this training. We want to create growth in our clubs. I want to create growth in the district to meet the goals and what our right to also meet the town. We don't just build Rotary by adding names. Many of you will add names before DG visits you. We build Rotary by creating experience that make people want to belong, that make them want to participate, and they want to invite others. Engage people, give them purpose, give them responsibility. We are emphasizing on this thing. We continue to see the chart. We are emphasizing on it that you need to engage your members. You need to give them purpose. Purpose why they are Rotarians or to join you. You also give them responsibility. It's not enough to make them a member of your club. But you must give them responsibility. Make them feel they belong and membership will grow. But the basic truth here is this: we must engage our members. We must make them ambassadors to continue to grow. So on that note, I thank you for listening. And I have another 2 minutes, I think, left. Let me just give out this thing. I cannot come around and talk without giving out leave to. I'm sorry. It's my prerogative. Don't give back.
I answer questions.
Oh, I answer question. Can we clap hand for them?
I'll give her. Then I'll give my brother. Because
Diversity. I want any inclusion.
back to my client. Take go back to the client, please. Okay, go back to the client.
I can't be saying. I don't really need us.
You are my leaders. You are not participating. And we are not participating to the camp. Yeah. And go to the client now. So
Thank you.
after thank you, go to the last one.
Thank you, Sly.
So because you already know the background. Wait. Because you already know the background. So that many of you in this thing, 911 will as well get to know who just look with you, who interacted with you. So that's my name, and I'm the chairman of this thing's annual fund. So I want to encourage you, please do $1,000 to Rotary Foundation this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please, can we once again appreciate DNI? And DNI, just that I truly don't know what done to Rotary and Ben. Because you mentioned yellow card and red card. Ben probably started showing you not only one, but both yellow card and red card.
Slide was
All right. That was beautiful. Fellow Rotarians, Then I asked us to be attending meetings and participate in both club and district activities. So on that note, it is a student that we recognize those Rotarians that are online, that join online. So let's clap for all the district leaders of district and Rotarians that join online. Let's clap for them. All right, the two DMCs for both districts decided then brought down to Abeokuta the gigantic office of ARMC, Assistant Regional Membership Coordinator, to come to Abeokuta and tell us about membership challenges and expectations in between 9111 and 9112. And the first thing of buying that big office, that very big office, is our own Oshele. Let's clap for her. Past Public Governor Omotunde loves it. And very soon we believe she will become the membership, the solar membership coordinator. In other words, she will move for assistant to the main office. Please, let's start from
You.
District 9111. My dear leaders, I'm a district governor, and my dear leaders seated on the left side of the top table. I'm delighted to be here today. But you know what? If you know you are feeling sleepy, I can offer you Orogo. In complete this session, you have to listen without with a session full of figures. And you must go along with me as I say the figures. Now, who is shouting the only person. And then that is real. They can talk one minute. Okay, let's have one house. Membership seminar can not be too much for anyone to attend. It's a pity that yesterday night, one house played. Yesterday night, despite all the numerous messages, prompts sent on platforms to key in into a membership seminar organized by 9111 yesterday. We had only how many people on board? About 70 councillors in a district of over 2,600 people. Any president who missed it. What a shame. A big shame, big miss if you miss that. So next time, don't just take up interested in things of fun, talking politics on a platform. Look at what benefits you and your status and your position for president. I'm telling you. And be part of every seminar. Thank God many of them are backward. So why shouldn't we participate? That's my advice. So you club leaders are present. How the president? And will tell them who deserve to know what we are doing. Will indulge in attending seminar. Today, we are talking about membership challenge challenges, estimate and expectations in D9111 and D911. There is no we can separate these two districts because they are two districts bound by the same mother. You understand that? So no way. And I love what is happening. I want to give kudos to our district governor 9112 and our own governor 9111 for the level of collaboration that they are involved in this year, which will give better and better results for both districts. Thank you very much. Now, next slide, please. What are we talking about here? The goals. We want to create awareness of the 5 years membership trend of Zone 22, 9111 and 9112. And where we are now, you must be aware. We don't know where you are coming from or where you are, then there is no vision. That's where to go. Discuss challenges of membership in the three aspects, the three regional qualities. So 22, D911 and D912. And give reasons for the seeming stagnation in Ireland membership. Seeming stagnation. 3. Address ways to restore membership growth and sustain it. And finally, begin to create a plan. President. If you have not created about something more, I have not set goal as of yesterday. It means that something that don't focus, you have no vision, you have no drive. So you don't know where you are going to. That was simply me. So if one of those stuff, even you have not created a plan for, but if you have created a plan, you have set your goals. And did this yesterday. And that yesterday, go and do what? Upload your goal. How many new members were inducted Rotary the past 10 years? Let's all read it now. How many left in the previous 10 years? Oh. What was that? The figure that continues to resonate. Membership of Rotary International, what's that figure? I'm sure before I was born, was that still 1.2? Probably the next 22 generations again, the next 1.2. Because as we have attracted 1.2 million Rotarians, we have lost the same 1.2 million that we have lost. That's right. What are actual challenges for membership growth? 1. Membership exit is almost same as membership. Inability to retain members that are attracted. Plus, you have no improvement, but have to retain members. When those can afford to pay fees, when they leave your club, there's something to tell you that there's something wrong with that club. You have not to offer any new member. Nothing. And when there is a little most they lose interest in that club, you cannot call them back. 3. Lack of orientation. I'm sure this will have been said. I even said it. No proper orientation and education a new member. They are lost as because they got to your club, they are lost. But nobody told them what. That is why this training partner airline. I'm not marketing it very good. That is why people will talk about what's happening in that club. Without any expectation. And you now know the kind of diseases that are plaguing some club. Even after today, 2 members of the same club were arguing. One said he had a very good club experience when he joined that with the and the other one said, please keep quiet. I had the worst experience as a new member. It is very club. I don't think. So that probably must be an issue of leadership who is at the top of their feet. We have to know what to do to make somebody feel wanted in God. Now, no member engagement at the right time. That you still want to study a member. Probably is too young to come in the club. It's a fluke. Because new members will do many things better than old members. So why are you waiting to engage them? Did you know the capacity of that person when you're already accountable to that person? No, now. Until you engage that person. And you'll be sure that what new member can give you. Even some people, I'm an advocate of you have a guest in your blog. Let that get you something. Even before joining. That's what the guest. Can you present this and what the guest is? What is that? Can you please talk about who you are? But we keep them quiet introducing them. How can you introduce someone who knows better than the person himself? So I'm an advocate of that. Don't many come and check that. They allow guests to believe themselves. But you cannot know them more than those who are your guests. Okay? And that's small thing they can do. Membership club. You call guest speaker outside. And you have guests on level inside. And you are seeing the guest speaker from outside. Okay? This organized club leadership. If the leader is organized, we get to meeting, when professionals are there, they have their time, 1 hour. And got no agenda. You are sleeping here, you are sleeping there, you are consulting this, you are consulting that. That person know that they don't have questions, they just play with no focus, no agenda, nothing. But they cannot hear that precious time. For you to be whiling away time, big people over paper, searching for agenda. That cannot be feared properly. Yes, bad job experience, we can't cover that one. We can't cover. Everybody knows what a bad job experience is. Once you taste it, you go back. You leave immediately. No mentorship. Remember, I mentioned, I don't want to overlay body. New members are not reported. We want to grow, Abi. Oh, we want to grow membership. The governors have said go. 9111, 700 new members. Next day, at the end of the year. 9112, 1045 net getting members. But you have inducted new members in the club. And Mr. President refused to report. Why are you not reporting? I have also said this several times. Many of you think that you are a member of the club. You are not. They just collected your money. Go and find out. Always ask. It cannot be on my voting of God and sign it cannot remember. You are just playing in that club. Your money has been used for another thing. Go back to your husband. I want to stop you. Go back to your club and divide your RI number. And have access to the God. That's why you're retiring. So that's why they don't report them. I know that as you speak, I have. What I'm going to next case is 911 to more than that. But some government are not embracing new club models. They are against of new club models that are vibrant and realistic. It has been said by PDG planning. So yeah, what that the man will never do itself. So I don't want to also be figured out by figures. I talk to figures. Next slide. Yes. And I'm not about figures now. What about take? Now, we belong to zone 22. I think you know that. And we got 27. Zone 22 comprises 20 districts up to January this year. But after January, and there was an exercise and it's called rezoning, which always done every 8 years. Then, zone 22 was split into 22 and 23. So we now have 21 districts in zone, the former 20, the zone 22, and 20 districts will now be 21 are now gathered into 2 now. 22 and 23. But we still belong to 23. 22. Now, let's look at our membership staff figure over a period of 5 years. As the Lord president becomes takeovers, never from election here. We go back and study the trend of your membership for the last 5 years. If you don't know it, you cannot know where you are going. Where are we coming from? And where are we currently here? You will now choose, you will decide, you will determine that I want to survive the best before the last 5 years. That's the proactive president or president election. Now, July 1, I can see progressive increase in membership. 39,520. July 1, 2022, 2021. Following year, it rose to 43. 1st of July, 43,290. 1st July 2023, it rose to 43,440. Membership was still increasing to 22. 2024, July 1, that was the worst year list of membership in 2022, not only peculiar to any list. All these things recorded loss, except only two lists. Only two. And it's very obvious. But by 2024, 2025, 2026, no, by the following year, the governors work hard. One of them is yesterday. So to make sure that they cover the loss and they brought membership back to the level that's true. That's why by 1st July, that was level for he was finishing between 91 level and the thing was yes, Frederick. Okay, I didn't know. By that time, then I thought they were ending, they ended up with a good number. So 1st of July following year, membership was 44,360. Now, where are we now? Look at this following year now. 44,360, 1st of July 2025. For this 40 years table, 46,110. But meanwhile, before this 1st of July, the vote got up to 48,540. What do you think went wrong? The zone went up to what? 48,800. Forget about in membership. But by 1st of July, it went down to 46,110. What happened? I mean, your trademark, trademark of top president. The best game they need to play. Go and computer. Waiting for what? For when? That's year or to start without many of you will think purity. Without consultation with the God, it is wrong. You don't just go online and start the meeting. No president has the legal right to do it. If you do it, you are stop it for you. So delete anybody. You go to the board meeting. You look at what you have on ground. Look at who you can serve it, who you can retain. Go to people after they have told them, they have told them, they cannot still remember. Then you now decide what. If you are doing it, please stop it. It is very wrong. Now, that's right. Now, 22 structure. Some of them built already. So, Constitution structure. Rotary International by design as 34 zones. And those are made up of districts. And there is no time when that zone can transform. They can only realign, maybe add some district to this one, or move some district from this place. The zones can still remain. How many? And each zone, 2 zones, are managed by one director. So I now has how many directors? For 34 zones? 17. Correct. Until January this year, appointment of director is alternated in Africa too, between zone 21 Europe and our zone 22 Africa. That's the alternative. That's where the alternative. So it's Africa. The director cost of contact these 2 years. The next 2 years, it goes to Europe. And that was why between 2024 and 2026, so yeah, our director was from Romania. Because from 1st July this year, all to the 30th June 2028, an African kingdom. And that is Emmanuel Dankuli. Because now to know history of things. But as I now told you, now 2 zones have now been created from the former zone 22. What is the implication? As someone said the implication now. Yeah, yes. What is the implication now? Okay. Do I know? How? It's saying that I'm clear. Let them hear you. I'm getting your answer. Exactly. They continue to produce director every time. No alternation, which was 4 years before. Are you with me? Is that not a benefit for a zone to go? Just time when we do in 9110, it was a benefit for us to distribute it to 9111 and 911. Go, next one. Now, these are now the 2 zones created from the former zone 22. Zone 22 now has 11 districts out of the 21, and zone 23 now has 10 districts out of that 21. Like I said, we are still in zone 22. All right. So this marks the end of alternative right director in Africa. This idea, this structure will take effect from September this year. Effective September this year. However, it's kind of proceed. Next slide. Now, let's talk about the same thing. Look at the membership, 5-year membership figure on 1st July of 2022. 1st July 2022. How many clubs? 766. How many members? 44,001. Let's read it. What? What I showed you graphically is now in figures. The last graph is now in figures. See the same thing you mentioned 2024-25, when we said there was massive membership loss. We have 42,319. For the last back by 1st July 2025, and it's all now at 44,315 by 1st July of that year. Then by 31st May, please look at this very well. By 31st of this year, towards the end of last year, see what happened. Membership rose to 48,000. 48,551. So look at what happened 4th of July. What happened? So that is the song. Let's now relate our own district here now. Only 2 of us are here now. 911 and 911. So see what has happened and what has happened. 1st July this 40 year. 3911 started with 2,622. All these figures are again, they are there. We cannot come up with this one is close, and we can refer to the vagrant and field. 9112, 1st of July was 2484. For 31st July, end of last month, 3911 has gone to 2760 with a net gain of 138 new members and 1 new people. 39112 as of 31st July 2026 has gone to 2569 with a membership gain of 85 and 3 new people. This gain should have been more in D9112. The only thing that could have been the reason was because members still cheated, or probably some clubs and rest. But at least we are still positive. God be the glory. As of yesterday now, checking into I just use red so I will distinguish between the two districts. As of yesterday, Zone 22 has started gaining members again. Total membership rose again from 46,110 to 47,817. 39111 rose from 2622 to 2775. 39112 from 2569 to 2582. So as of yesterday now, membership net gain just remove 1st July from yesterday. Get the net gain. We are doing good, but we cannot meet the target of Zone 22. There is audacious target set for us in Zone 22 that we have not yet for. Okay, that's fine. As for 31st May 2020, 2026, towards end of last year, all these clubs in green that was recorded membership net gain of over 50. When you see membership net gain and it's represented with yellow color, is it that gain is less than 50? And anything in red means membership loss. So before the end of the year, only one district, not Rotary, already in negative. And it was negative all through here. Look at 9111, 315, 31st May, net gain. 9111, 241, net gain. This particular result, I have not seen the one for that ended in 2026, but I got the information from another source. But for this, to show you the spread, look at this 9141. Who can read their membership net gain as of 31st May? Is that amazing? Only one person has become a record of that, and that is their seated. And that is no other person than the current membership here, who in his year as government, they have recorded this kind of membership net gain up till 30th June. By the time it ever comes in my own year, naturally we are going to lose. But what was remaining was enough for him to be brought up state at district convention as the district with the highest membership net gain globally. So we start on some of the scripting. If that membership wasn't there, we would not have met for the condition given. So everything is about number, just like my feeding and Abigail is a matter of number. If the number is not there, nothing can happen. Now, so that is that. The same total 48,555 recorded here. Total as of 31st May. That's right. Now, look at this. As we just compare membership trend at zonal level and its own level, 20%. These are all scorecards at our district level. 9111, on the left, 9111, 912 on the right. Our first line figures over 5 years. A Rotary is over 5 years. 1st July 23, 2004-20. 1st July 2024-25. I think it said that it went down, like I said, for that district. But by this current Rotary year, the district can be 262. I told you before, and that is 262. That is what is happening. Look at the 9112. The same DC happened to that district in that 2024-25. It's global across board. But now it's at 2,484. Where are we now? Let me go from as of 1st July of this year. Yeah, where are we now? Next slide. Now, as we talk about 2022, we have to talk about our district because our district is so important in Nigeria. And Nigeria is so pivotal in zone 22. That is it. What we do negatively or positively will affect Nigeria and affect zone 22. And we affect international. What we're talking about, leadership also, we are affected international at the end of the day. So, motion of district in Nigeria, so 22 members. Now, they actually shifted a bit. 39111. This 4725 should be under 9141. Between that code. 3911. This one, okay, now, these two figures are supposed to be here. 2775, I've said it before, but that is where we are now. 2582, that's 3912. Look at 3926, where they are now. 1427. Where 3927 is of Mercury, that's those are the figures. So 3914 currently 4,725. 39142 currently is 1922. So these are the membership of the district and the total members as of yesterday for the district in Nigeria was 15,850. So I'm increased overnight. This program reported that individual. But before then, look at as of 1st July, as of 1st July, and the one on top as of 11 August. There has been progressive increase. And in what? Let's look at our own district. 134, 275 cities at the 1st July. But now 2775. Let's look at D9112, 2569 as of the 1st July, but now 258. Gradually, the growth can be better if members don't continue to notice. There is no need to tell anybody that application. No need to believe that God will live for 10 Do not believe. It doesn't have any value for you. I'm not father for me. So this then, you don't want to come back. We are not ready. Just like what's the challenge now? As 91 as its own challenge, the two districts have their own challenge. What's the challenge of the 122? Membership dollar Africa by June 30 and what happened? Let me add June 30, 2027 is 60,000. In fact, it's even more because it is 30% of what we are coming over from. We are coming from a 49,000 before. Add 10,000 to it. That's the target. And we are You are on 47,816. What is the difference? Tell me. What's the difference? That number was the deliver. Tell me that I will have to be that 12,000 before. Remove one, plus 12 say that. Say that now. One. Reduce the number. Reduce the number. That you bring what? Nigeria 15,052 members accounts for 33% of the 22 members. Can you see how important Nigeria is now? About a third of those 22 members are from Nigeria. Tell me now, Nigeria is coming from what goes up? We can say how important you are in this. These are also repetitions of what I've said before. Next slide. Next slide. This is 9111 expectation. Please write 911 to bring it up. And the wind, please. But 911 please under. What are the expectations of this 9111? That's my own district. So what membership, not to do or to grow. So what membership will be next day? Next day means by everything. You have a next day now. And not to just have that next day, but to retain that next day. Not for you by June. You are targeting 40 of two. June 1, move one person. June 2, move 2. June 3, move 1. June 4, add minute, one after the other again. Then June 30, almighty formula. No. Let's retain it. Let's bring them in and retain this. And it's not left for us here would not retain our vendor. DNI did a wonderful job with that. I did it for me. To form 20 new crops, to form 20 new crops using different models. And we actually have about 100 here. So strengthen the crops that are weak. Imagine the youth part of that program. How often can you share that story? I invited you once and you begin to have anything to the oh yes. Have you shared the strategy? What about you? You will know as I oh yes. Let's share your I mean, I will not spend it to I don't have any you don't know very special. Now, for every Rotarian, if you use it many years, how many times have you been? Or you have a prospect, and you saw them. Don't take a break, take it for your meeting and please, forward there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for making sure that we are moving forward. For those who are not forward, I'm trying to make that members can forget your people. When members are right fighting, seated beside you have a brother, you have a sister, you have a cousin, you have a nephew, you have a fish, you have an uncle, you have a classmate, you have a young man, you have an estate, you have tenant. So many networks. We cannot find God's person in and that's shameful now. How who looking at your own and already? You don't have any comment and trust us. We start to join Rotary. Let's think about it now. Or are we at them? negative public image. That people don't want to associate with you. They cannot see your pin and join what you become to advantage public image itself. Fighting against it. Always fighting people. Always causing confusion. And it's the very answer. Even at our functions. Okay, I think how many minutes? And then you're going to there. Even at Rotary function, how do we do? How do we hear? At the historical ceremonies of our district governors, of our club president, protesters convert and taking not the head of none. A head of noise. It's not good. It doesn't show itself. Imagine guest speaker. Say, please give him back the talk now. That has happened. They will say, can I have your attention? Is that let us say that let us go and resolve ourselves. And when they are making that noise, you cannot correct them. Still wait. We were at the church on Saturday. We had guests. I said to God, we will be guests. I don't know what happened was when we had guests here. Containers were pushing them, struggling to collect like jacket over their head. So what was there? It's showing. Is that proof for us? How will let us change all this time? You think I was going to post this one from them, just from them, then next thing. Next thing. Who don't think what friends was around them? Oh, yes. Everyone things happen to the bed. But we are saying we are creating negative community. You see now all section. Is it not there? Why did they say me? Didn't I say? Okay. Only two things are different. For 9112. Oh, I didn't say this. That's the The net case. The goal set for net case 1,049. And the goal set for the new club formation is at a certain. All other things are same. All what that been said, that you know that they are placing where all these things are. Thank God for all those no organization can be as structured as this. Never. On those back, current dates in there. If you want current dates, just keep it. What's for the race, the body, and puts in the bottle. The back. Current year, that day I take. But this one, comparatively, we show also started June of the last opinion. That was what happened in D911 as affected June 2022. Now I want to do. And then I'm moving next slide. So this one, off 31st July. Every month is when you see it. And you go back 31st July, you see the collection. But that's you see the same thing, you don't remember anything. There's no cheating. Unless you are not removed. Go up. For 911 quick. For 911 the same thing, 911 to all to success group next month. All to calculate after the first point. Okay. Next time. 12 with less than 20 members. Oh, I didn't copy the one for D911. However, for D9111, we have this large number of people. These are club, and we call them we. But we don't want to use that word we. When you use we, it discourages people. You understand? I don't know. I think I can finish it out. At our strategic planning committee, the new document we have, it used to retain the use of good clause. I think we were talking about what is it weak against body weak clause. I think that was all that was I can't even remember. They are still weak. That's still the same time. Trying to. So I think I'm trying to change that one. The last or strong is they are doing okay. My dear say we are using weak clause. Don't mind the name. Struggle to change the window strong. Eh? That's all. Next time. The first year of a new member, the Chinese a member is slow. The first year. The number we lose, first of membership is unbreakable. Therefore, what do you do? Assign documents. Assign to committee and give assignments. Project involvement. That is what you are doing. Provide speaking opportunities. Is going to stop speaking at your club. An exclusive right to visit or a PhD or an AG. It's for everybody. People are the same club. People don't want to each other. We don't talk about the profession. We don't talk about practice. Nobody wants to agree. Where you can get the help, you leave that person. You are nobody to help outside. Connection presidential. Embrace flexibility. If members say, let's go and have this and preach, let them do. I mean, if they say you want to do pajamas party, let them go. They say it is not getting fellowship, let them have flexibility. Coffee and salad was in the issue of flexibility this 2022 for Lord. That's give option. They get all this using the same rule for your meeting every day is not advised. Nobody has gone against it entirely. To say be your meeting venue for your meetings. Either as control. So look for that place where you can get fun. And then there's that experience and enjoyment. Okay? Next time. Next time, the last one. Benefits of going membership. For districts, opportunity for district. More more committee chair, was five. Five. One. Five on three. Okay. Four opportunities for leadership, growth, and advancement. For those, opportunity for rezoning and opening for more than revenue. At the same time, implication of membership laws. This thing that have been and man again. Do we want that to happen to us? Father. In fact, another 3 years, we're thinking of again. In both. Yes. Next slide. The global have audacious goal of RI president, RI International. That audacious goal. By the time Rotary is 125 years, membership of Rotary must go up to what? 1 point. And the characters to that condition. But where there is a will, but next slide. Strategies for growth. Plan has created part of our goals. You must create the plan. The plan. How many plans are you for? How many members are each person bringing? Remember, who is going to fund office? Who is going to be a bank member? Want to go in your plan. Be intentional about growing membership. Form new clubs using all kinds of projects. Grow within each one. Or two combine to bring one. Each one bring one or two combine to bring. Be curious and find out the key to the success of clubs and districts that are doing well. Now we form doing well. Tell them to pray for them. I happy shamelessly. That is slogan of our army. Oh, one that you remove it. We cannot see the ministry here at all. Our president. Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, it's only we have another 8 years. Who knows? By that time, Nigeria can come so. If you go to an extent that we can up to 25 containers in Nigeria, the Grand Country. It's possible. It's doable. Yes. The more we grow, the more. So this has been the dream of RIP again, it will be in over the years. Nigeria to become a zone. We have been challenged repeatedly by the slogan. And that slogan is what? What is that slogan? Therefore, on your mind, right?
Thank you, my country governor. As far as these two districts are concerned, he is the first president to give us all the update. Let's clap for her once again. Now it is time for questions and answers. Fellow Rotarians, I want to appeal that because of time, we are going to entertain just two questions. One from a female Rotarian and another one from a male Rotarian. One female, one male. So the two of you on this table, no, just one person. No, if you have the question, then I will hand over to the DMP to take care of your questions. So,
By the governor, RMC, ARMC, BMC, membership chair for now 1, 2, IPP, flag, leaders of the IPP. I say good afternoon to you. Yes, I'm given that assignment of question and answer, and I want to believe he was trying to encourage. Yes, it's not only you to determine how many questions we have to entertain here. Let's see how many people want to ask questions. Can we raise up our hands? 1, 2, comments. Yeah? No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. You pick the numbers that people use, and that's what we are going to use to ask your question. You want to ask clarification. Real many of them ARS fans, because sometimes they use Rotary and sometimes they use regional. So which one is our friend? ARMC, Assistant Rotary Membership Coordinator. But ideally, it's supposed to be ARRMC, Assistant Rotary Regional Membership Coordinator. The same foundation. It is a regional appointment. The notwithstanding remains to be there, or else we will lose sight of what it is we are talking about. Yes, before I come to the session of questions, I want to add one or two things to what we're hearing, to what our facilitators have been doing since morning. It has been a wonderful session, I want to believe.
we must have been one thing or the other, which is the objective of this seminar. If I may ask us, I believe or assume everybody in this room were Nigerians. Here. Even so, he's not a Nigerian. Everybody, we are all Nigerian. Do we have ever heard of my who has never heard of everything? It is all. How many of them are of my Rotary? Can we raise our hands? How many of us are of my Rotary? Can we see ourselves? KFC, my BG, can we see our Rotarians? And I ask the question, everybody, these they are Rotarians, and they are not of my Rotary. You discover that. That's a real problem for us. When you are not of my Rotary, how do you get engaged? I don't know. You belong to an organization you are not organized. It is what we are being told. Please, let's record this. It is when you are on my religion, you get educated, get informed about what Rotary is all about. The gentleman that handled the engagement did a wonderful job. I want to encourage you to that presentation. It will assist us a lot. Membership enrollment is involving you need to get my room. Please, after this session, let's get back. And I want to appeal to our club presidents. Please, you have it as a role to make sure your members have access to my room. Yes, the other thing I want to talk about, since we have been talking this morning, we've been talking of how to grow Rotary. Nothing is said about Rotary. Have you ever heard of Rotary? Rotarians here, have you ever heard of Rotary? President, how many presidents are we having here? Club president, raise up your hand. How many? Only three. And even membership, you don't know about Rotary. That's our picture. If you don't know about Rotary. Okay. Rotary is a Rotary. It's like a figure body to Rotary Club. And I from to me started as a Rotary Club. Let's go back to our club. Let's go and form Rotary Club. Very important to help your club to grow in the future. Let's now put the question and answer. Number one.
Thank you very much, my managing. Okay. Rotary Solano, the president of RC Badalino. I just want to ask this quick question. From the presentation we had about retaining membership. Like now, we are just young, like 6 years, and we don't have enough money in our bank account. Now we are talking about retaining membership, and also we always talk about quality members. There are some members that will not be able to pay their bills. Now, how do we sort it out? You see that we ask ourselves, because I don't know how to solve that problem on how to retain membership. I don't know whether you get this out. How to retain membership for those who were unable to pay their dues. Because the last Rotary year, they did like about 5 to 6 to 7 members in our club. That's what we are in. Now I'm just reading up right now. So I don't know. I don't know if you can give any advice on how to
retain the member for parents were unable because we are looking on quality members now, not parents that will not be able to pay. We don't have that kind of money that we can use to pay those dues. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you want to address that? District Governor, fellow Rotarians. The first thing I will observe from that your question is that your recruitment, which we call attraction process, was faulty to the extent that it is when you want to bring people into Rotary, you will have proven the individual very well. There are two important qualifications for membership: attendance and deals. So if you see a prospect, yes, he has shown interest, and you believe that he will not be able to fulfill that requirement, don't induct. That the person is now in Rotary and he or she must pay the dues. We have options. The dues is maybe 200,000 naira. Encourage him or her to spread it over a period of time, because you cannot use my own dues money and the money meant for projects to pay the district and RI dues. That is unethical. So that's what I will answer the question. Please follow the membership process and do what they call open discourse. When you are talking of deals, say the 200,000, for example, depending on your club, let the person also know that apart from that, that's not the only thing you need to do. Like you pay some money to be here today. You want to go for another seminar in Lagos. Then no, those that we do, the quality members that we are looking for will attend and will join. If you cannot, there's nothing wrong for that person to continue to be friend of your club till he or she is able to fulfill that obligation. It is very important. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my EXC. What I just want to add to that is in Rotary, you don't have what is called requirements, like you have in government. Membership dues, membership dues. You cannot use project money to pay those for some members. Like you said, your recruitment process must be revisited so that you will recruit those that are afford to pay the dues. The best you can do for such members is to spread the outstanding over a given period of time. You thought that you cannot borrow. You can borrow the money of the paid back. That's the way to go about it. Number two.
Thank you. My two leaders here. And I don't know. I want to talk about this listening and adding. I don't know if there's a way that the center can be like updated. But when you do this, you cannot cross the add anytime you like. There should be a period where you can do it. Maybe after the first and item, and maybe the person comes out, you can be. President is applicable because when it's delete and you're adding after almost immediately after you create that line. And if you are think the person has paid you or you're going to remit that money for the next year, I think it's a bad the president and everybody. And this when you really number is I don't
Thank you very much. I think that question ought to go to Ayana, who happens to be a close to your do not delete. Do not delete apostle. She's the one. I don't belong to that class. I don't belong to that class. We've always been arguing about it. You delete when you need to delete. But the question remains, why did you wait till such a time before you are thinking of deleting? You don't need to wait. Make sure that the membership you have, the members you have, like I said earlier, your recruitment process must have addressed that. If you have quality members, If you need, tell me, my president, what to delete, and if you deleted anything you. Reply. What are we there for? Deleted the case. Will it lie? It means your activity are not quality. You don't get late. So that is where the recruitment process matters. So please don't let us emphasize the meeting. What we should emphasize is how can you and members make them involved such that if anybody should mistake of deleting their name, they will shout. And one other thing that we should look at is how many of us are on my teaching that you bring the many fair. Some people really know that the things against play words. Please do be conversant with my Rotary. Who is the next person? Catherine.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak, sir. Stand on the already established protocol without any fellow attendance. My question is equals for membership extension. No extension now, they want yeah. The discussion regarding satellite laws and passport laws. So I want to know the formation of this satellite law and passport laws count as the new club formation for a club, or is just like an extension of your club to other members who are not really fellowship with club, right?
The question is, in use the word extension, which is the old language, that when you form a satellite club or a passport club, is it counted for your club as a new club, or what is it? Who want to handle that? Do you want to handle it?
A passport club is a standalone club. Even if it's a sponsor club, we don't think that yes, fine. If I still added one to your but it's possible. And the passport club has its own name. It's not passport club of Adomodo. Or like satellite club that can only bear the name of the sponsor club because it's club with only about 36 members. 8 to 8 minimum. 8 are not minimum. If you have the name of your club, although it has that one we have his own manager, his own chairman, not president, and other executive member. They will be under your supervision until the time when they have got for a number that is required to form a new club. At that point, they will not adopt their own name, pay RIPs and become autonomous at that point. But before then, they are still counted as part of the club. Right.
Thank you very much. I think the takeaway there, which I want us to look at, is the question you are looking at big people credit for formation of that club. And the credit is usually given at point of awards and recognition. Go back and go and read the terms and conditions for award being given at the district. At that high level, if you form a new club, it will be there forever. It is permanent. It's not for that period alone. But for the district, it's for that period. If you want to be the best club in the district, if I'm still current, I think I don't think anybody will have you must have one of clubs. The Brethren club can become the number one club of the district. We are the president of the club. Whichever club came first, what are the things that attached to it? Can anybody tell us? Yeah? Being the best club in the district, what would the president give? The best club in the district. What would the president, what would have to the president of that club? Does anybody remember that? Yeah? You say what? You know, the president portrait will be the role of honor, one of blame and integrity, and a philanthropy. That's it. Okay, number 4, last question. Some of the questions I want to ask have been asked by people, so I will not want to belabor you. But I want to register my displeasure at the attendance today. I am not really happy because last year the same program took place at Ijebu. I was not the membership chair of the club there, but based on the quality of presentation by facilitators, I enjoyed and according to attend any membership seminar. Fortunately, I was made the membership chair this year of my club, and I had very well accepted it. Only to come in the 9112 we have about 96 clubs. I expect to see 96 membership share. Same thing with 911. The online. Okay, sir. Okay, let me withdraw that. They are online. We know what we are talking about. Then, if you are online, you can do other things, which means you are likely to miss vital information. Vital information. So this program, membership, attraction and retention. When you make your meetings robust and interesting, members will want to talk and they want to invite their friends outside to come and witness. There is somebody in this place, he is the secretary of my club. He came to witness a fellowship. And that day, he paid his annual dues without even meeting up with the requirement. He said he doesn't want to spend the money. He paid the money even before going through the other rudiments. If we do that in our clubs, and I'm very sure that we will not only surpass the expectation that we are expecting members to reach, we will do more than that. By the grace of God, the figure that you quoted, we are going to surpass it by the grace of God. Because we have invested a lot in membership last year and this year. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I think the issue of attendance was something myself and the BMC for 912 were discussing, and we are very bothered that this attendance is very poor. It's not encouraging. I would have worried or bothered more if the last speaker had come out that he was at this kind of seminar last year and is here this year again. But the quality delivery here is far short of his expectations. That would have been more worrisome. But for the agenda, little can very profit at our end. It was well publicized, reach out. If people did not do it, something is wrong somewhere. But it's that will have some people online. But you can be very sure it's not going to end here. We are still going to have sessions and sessions virtually, like we had last night. This is membership. We don't have any other way to go about it. We just have to get it right. It is the crux of the matter. It is the main thing. Like I said, I would have wondered if you are talking about poor presentation or delivery here. That's not your complaint. It is just the attendance, but the quality of the presentation, I think, is not far short of what you would have expected. On this way, Ellis, you want to take over our own the next speaker. I want to thank you for your time, and I wish you a successful year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my Thank Mr. Governor at DMC. Thank you very much for that wonderful session. My district governor, I think it is time for you to do the last assignment, and then we will see how we can settle free to meet up with your engagement. So let me invite you, sir, to do the closing remark and maybe bring the program to an end. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the EA for the hour. I wish to express our sincere gratitude to the facilitator today, my immediate right, PDG Omotile Lawson, immediate left, IPDG Naraidoi, and the DMCs for the two districts, Paula and Remy. Thank you very much for participation. PDG Wale had to go, something again, that's why he left. And I wish to thank my counterpart in the district, 911, Lieutenant Bola Bakari, who is online, and she's a pillar of support for this program. And like I said, it's just the beginning of several joint programs that we're going to do between the 911 and 912. And I wish to thank the clubs in Abeokuta for providing the venue for this program. Clubs in the Jebu land for providing the multimedia projector. All the multimedia was led by the club in Thank you for generous donation. And we have had 4 papers. And there's something to take note from each of the papers. First one is saying, let us make use of Rotary clips to get new members. And then explore the opportunity of forming several types of clubs. About 6 was emphasized, but in our district, 112, we already have a passport club, and then we already have a satellite club. Number 2, the point was emphasized that the best way to grow membership of Rotary to form new clubs was endured. That the best way to grow membership is to form new clubs. So we need to look at that as a takeaway from today. There was a question I was asked, and there were very few answers. How many clubs have been chartered in the last 1 or 2 years? And the answers were very varied. And then, what's my charge? Is that when we leave there, let's look for the opportunity of chartering more clubs. Then number 4, the point was emphasized by the facilitator we are looking for, that engagement is in the course. And how do you engage members? Make them feel welcome. Engage prospects, not new members, but they are accepted as engagement. That point was raised. And then that may take away today. Then when we belong group through and gave us statistics was very, very encouraging from that standpoint. But said something towards the end, you have a plan so that we can carry out the program, each one, grade one. We have a question in the church, among the alumni, in your workplace, in your family, or personal. And on that note, those are my takeaways from here. I will now thank you very much for your attention. But I was pretty John said, if I'm going to just request you to validate observe and perform programs. I don't know whether my just only one can get in the hall now. There are several questions going on. And that in a way sometimes can discourage high network prospects that will bring to our programs. I don't know whether I can recognize that. He mentioned some instances where the previous speaker will be the one speaking with us to allow him to give us what they are prepared. And as I'm talking now in this hall, I can hear questions. But when we go to general convention, we do it. That means we don't respect our space. And we should start from now respecting our space. We don't do this at everyone can pay, I will not see any of us who do this while we are listening. And that's how almost 30,000 we pay. broken into 3 waves. And we have less than 100 there, and not put them for. When we bring a farm set here, and the fish all quickly, most likely it might not go enough. And these are serious findings. So let us land them all, so that we are the best of the for good field. So you are prepared. So that's the point I'm raising. And obviously now the boys are not subsided. I assume they don't go into it. I just went to the village, and they also like every time. So that's why they are not this clubs now. But let us not discuss our clubs that for once there will be decorum in our programs. So that when the government people as a one chair comes in, we will see that we have the same people, we are providing for time and shape it. That's the issue of it. And on that note, I will request that, like the slogan from our regional president, work in. And I will use the last statement in the slide I mostly lost having. On the mark said, go. On that bullet price, you say the word here. So this meeting is thereby I jump to the next one in Lagos. 1, 2. 1.